All right, so we're going to look at some national election stuff. All right, so today is November 2nd. It'll probably be November 3rd when this video goes up, perhaps sometime later. We will go over some of the results that are in. Not everything is finalized. For example, the governor of Virginia, the governor of New Jersey has not been called yet. They're very close. One thing I'll say about this current national election look or whatever, is not looking good for national Democrats. Oftentimes, people will look at these kind of elections as a sort of judge of the political direction that the present government is going, or how they're going and stuff like that. And eyes are on Virginia mostly. Terry McAuliffe, he, this not that guy. Well, I'm sure he's on here. Terry McAuliffe, he had previously been governor of Virginia prior to the guy that's there now, whom I cannot remember. In Virginia, you can only serve one. You cannot serve consecutive terms. So you have to run once, and then your term's up. You can run again in 4 years, and so forth. And so Terry McAuliffe served, I guess it would be 2012 to 2017 or something like that, or 2013 to 2018. And then the current guy took over, and the current guy was his VP, not VP, but vice governor, whatever, lieutenant governor. I want to say it's Ralph Northam, but I feel like that's wrong. Let's see. Maybe if I do this, I can just find out. Ralph Northam, American physician, politician, governor of Virginia. Okay, so yeah, he was, as you can see, he was preceded by Terry McAuliffe. Assumed office 2018. I wonder what are their terms. It's a pretty short term, 3 years. January 2018 to January 2022. Okay, never mind. I can't count. All right, so yeah, so Terry McAuliffe, this guy right here, Virginia governor from 2014 to 2018, looking to retake the governorship. Everyone was expected him to kind of breeze through it. Virginia has been becoming more and more of a blue state. It's purple, blue, center left, whatever you want to call it. And well, I guess you could say the Virginia Democratic Party, or Democratic Party in general, has a bit of a wake up call with that. As you can see here, if you go back, with current 95% reporting, this isn't called yet, so this could change once they count more votes. It could be metropolitan areas are still yet to come in. A lot of people in Virginia, but it's looking like Youngkin, I forget his first name. This guy right here, he's leading by about 3 percentage points. I want to say he was described as a sort of Trump-like candidate, kind of ran on cultural war issues, CRT and all that stuff. And the fact that the fact that this race is this close right now is probably not a good sign for National Democrats, especially when you consider the midterm elections up next year. And of course, that's what this headline says here is, warning sign to Democrats ahead of 2022 midterms. They have very slim majorities in both the House and the Senate. And so this is not a good sign. Of course, as I said, this race wasn't called yet. We'll probably know over the next couple of days, but we should know probably later tonight, I would guess, early morning at the latest. But another interesting situation here is the governor of New Jersey, where I think it's Phil Murphy was the person running there. Could be wrong, but they're behind. They're just barely behind, and there's only 70%, and still could come back. But basically, well, I guess I shouldn't talk too much on these two governorships, but still probably should be seen as a warning sign. Outside of those two governorships, we've got the new mayor of New York City, Eric Adams here. Not surprising. I don't know if anyone actually expected the other guy to win. Another interesting thing in Minneapolis, there was this policing overhaul that was a policing overhaul amendment, I guess you could say, or a policy that they were hoping to enact. It would have changed a lot of policing laws or policing the way that policing was done in Minneapolis. There would have been a new department created. Let's click on to see if we can find some more information on it. Let's see. Would have given the city council oversight of a new Department of Public Safety and done away with. I wish that video wouldn't just start every single time I clicked on an article. All right, so the city council would have oversight of a new Department of Public Safety, and they would have gotten rid of a requirement to employ a minimum number of police officers tied to the city's population. A status quo affirming result is a major setback. Oh yeah. So yeah, of course, this whole thing was a response to the killing of George Floyd, and of course the protests that took place in the wake of that. And I don't know if they have a number of how what the percentages, I guess, of how it was defeated, but the people of Minneapolis, Minneapolis did not want that. At least not that particular version of it. Of course, a similar project could be, or a similar, ballot initiative could be created that perhaps redesigns how they want policing to be done, so forth. That's something that happens with various things. Like, for example, in Florida, if you recall, I want to say it was 2016, 2017, maybe it's 2015. There were medical marijuana ballot initiatives that were that did not pass because they were just not worded in a way that was, either digestible, or it was something about the wording was not either. It was not good, but it was reworded, and 2 years later it passed, and now we have medical marijuana in Florida, and maybe someday recreational. Maybe we'll see. Other races, though, we had this race in Boston. She won, I believe. Yeah, Michelle Wu. Yeah, there's a lot of mayoral elections. So of course, you probably expect most metropolitan cities lean Democrat, so you would expect, for the most part, that Democrats would win in these areas. Although this is an interesting mayoral election that a lot of people have been following is Buffalo. We had Byron Brown back in the primaries for the city was beaten out by a self-described socialist, India Walton. However, Byron Brown didn't just give up. He decided to launch a write-in campaign, which seems to actually have been somewhat successful. My guess is that Republicans have probably figured, hey, this guy is probably more likely to win than whoever the Republican candidate might be. Assuming that, I don't know enough about the race, but if you want to stop India Walton, if you're not a big fan of socialism or whatever, then you're probably going to rally behind Byron Brown because he's probably the person best capable of defeating her. Of course, he has a lead, but it is not over yet. I don't have any information on what the numbers are looking like. But let's see, what else is there? Francis Suarez wins re-election in Miami. I didn't know there's an election for mayor in Miami this year, but it is not surprising. He is a Republican, but Republicans in Miami you're not the national Republicans. It's, I think I've mentioned this in past videos where local politics and local parties are usually a little different from their national counterparts. And yeah, this guy is, I don't know a whole lot about it, but he's not what you would expect when you think of a Florida Republican. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh yeah, Minneapolis reports highest number of early votes in 45 years. Yeah, so I guess that's it for the moment. Oh yeah, I forgot there's a Atlanta mayor. Doesn't seem as though those numbers are in either. Oh wow, okay, so I forgot. Yeah, they have multiple candidates running. So whoever they'll have, they'll probably end up having a runoff. There's a handful of notable candidates. That seems to be most of it for now. Let's see if the Guardian has any information. Yeah, just said Glenn Youngkin is pulling ahead. I wouldn't be surprised if he wins. Virginia, I don't remember the last time Virginia had a Republican governor. Let's see. Oh, it looks like it was this guy, Bob McDonnell. So 2014. So it wasn't that long ago. What's it? Virginia is a really interesting state. I think it's gone blue in many presidential elections for quite some time. And yeah, well, one interesting thing about states in, I know it's not technically New England, but that general area is oftentimes they will vote blue on national elections, but in the state elections vote Republican. It kind of goes back to what I said before too, though, where local politics or state politics sometimes often differs from the national conversation, I guess. Although it's less and less these days, it seems. And I guess that is that for now. World Series is going on. I keep forgetting that that's a thing. And I guess that's that. Whoops. All right. See if we can maybe get a couple more updates on here. Yeah, GOP candidates leading in Virginia and New Jersey. Yeah, should be a wake-up call for Democrats. And I think that's where we're gonna leave it at. I don't see any new information here. Whoops. Well, that's not what I'm trying to do. Not trying to watch CNN. All right, yeah, we'll just leave it at that. So thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for some more videos. I will have more in the future. I'm going to be moving away from, I'm going to still do local political videos, but I'm going to do more, I want to do more state politics. There's a lot of stuff going on outside of St. Petersburg, which is where I'm from and where most of my politics is, or where most of my political videos are based off of. This is actually probably my first, national politics video. And it's not really that deep. It's more of a, I guess, reaction to what's going on. I enjoy it. So if you enjoy it as well, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and stay tuned for more, because I do have some more content coming and you won't want to miss this stuff. So I'll see you next time.